Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new episode of Assyria, but let me tell you, I'm in a very good mood this time, because, well, not only, King Ezekiel, the missionary, they call him, which I'll explain why they called that in a moment, for those who didn't see the previous episode. Ezekiel has been taken on a path to righteousness. I say that because not only took a vow of celibacy, leaving him only 2 daughters, and have an imperial trade contract which makes our economy boom for the silk trade, so as long as China is stable and whatnot. Also, no sins, just only good ones, just some virtues, and being just, with thanks to the Aristotelian philosophy he follows, which again, he was initially a Platonist, which he learned that from that philosophical tutor, who was of a Levantine origin, got him out of prison, made him philosophical tutor, gave him Platonism, and later was like, you know what, I think Aristotle might be a little better for me. And then he did. Wrote a book. Yeah, he wrote a book, where is it on this big collection? There it is. On Aristotle by King Ezekiel. Just some insightful commentary on that, so it's passive effect, so that's +1 diplomacy. I think all the vassals respect me now. Well, except for my, brother and former king of Babylonia. Which we could never press his claim on that if the rebels tried earlier. By earlier, I mean the previous episode, which was just chaotic. But we're doing the right thing here. No doubt. And I noticed that our northern neighbor, which are now, we have 2 northern kingdom neighbors now. One is Georgia, our old friend, and the other is Daylum, ran by the Armenians, soon be part of the Georgian dynasty, which they are Miavazites, while they are Bogomilists, which is an Orthodox heresy, which doesn't bother me none, as long as we find good political allies on a common war against the Anatolians soon, which lately they're having a bit of trouble. And one is revoking one of the titles that the Duchess of Cyprus holds, and the other is making yet another tributary state, but yet he's going after Duke Gabriel, which I recognize the dynasty, yes. Fathers from Orid, and now Emir Gabriel has become Egyptian. He was formerly Serbian. Doesn't say it on his birth name, but he's a member of the Order of Saint Ade, which is a holy order. There's Porin and Carolina, but soon they will all be using Egyptian names in the future. Egyptian Arabic, to be exact. Would have been appropriate if they went Coptic, but no, because in that general vicinity, he's living in an area that is Egyptian. So, unless he got it from that, but who knows? It's a little odd. For the life of the former Iridian served and turned Egyptian, just to start speaking a language and appropriate culture. Now, the former lands of Orid are split between Bulgaria, Epirus, and Dioclea. Which, again, these guys are a tributary state, or client state, if you want to say modern political terms, of Anatolia. So Anatolia has been supporting Epirus, Lower Dinipia, which is up there, Slavic pagans, Apulia, which are Italians, which are also Lollards, and Sicily. Even though they lost Sicily, but now they only hold Crete, basically. And lately we were able to spread the Nestorian faith into Europe, into Galicia, Vonia area, which is in modern day Ukraine and a bit of Belarus. Oh, and don't forget Slovakia, Ukraine area. Again, not everybody converted to Nestorian because some of them are Orthodox. So we just hope that they hang in there long enough. We'll be able to help them one day. If we can ever get a coastline alongside, and we can have our navy sail to the Black Sea and support on whatever they need in order to spread the Nestorian faith over to the pagans of both Germanic and Slavic. In lesser extent, if any, Tengri, referring to the Avars there, even though some of them are already Orthodox, like them. And we'll continue to spread the good faith of Nestorianism into other places. So let's try Diocletian next. Because, you know, let's try to have an attempt on the Balkans. You know, closer to home. We tried Bulgaria, but they say... I mean, did at least one of them convert? No. I'm sure they have Nestorians in their realm, just, I guess, not vassals. It's a shame, really. But never give up. Oh, and I also, on a previous episode, we built a few more features on the Baghdad garden, such as secluded groves for more fertility, and I already have the private conversation feature through Vineyard. And also here's the garden retinue, which apparently I must have misread. Apparently you can build it on any kind of wonder to have a retinue. This is one of the generic features. So I guess I put it on the guard here. So you can consider this special unit of Guardians, 1500 strong, as it says here. You could either, I don't know, call them, you know, the Babylonian Guard or something, which we're referencing Baghdad. They're your part of Babylonia, you know, saying that by nationality. We got plenty of money. Yes, we've been making a lot, and I thought about increasing the retinue size. Again, no need to hire them right now, so I'll mark the decision as not important. Because, you know, it's going to be there all the time. Also, history collection and keyboard of the tomes were the other things that we've built. If we build another stage now, it's going to cost us 900 gold, which construction upkeep, does it say here? Here it is. Not that much, but if you want to do it just like you have been with both the garden and the library, this one's 24 years, 8 months. This is 23 years and 3 months. Apparently it costs a little more to grow a garden or something than to build materials to make the building taller. If only we had more construction, you know, less cheaper to build, yeah. Kind of makes me wonder about construction. Oh, I just noticed the technology points. I mean, we'll get it moving in a moment. Also, we're trying to fabricate the claim of one of these counties. So, I'm trying to think, what have we been struggling lately? Is it skirmish? Or is it the melee that we've been having problems? During the heat of battle, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking melee. And I'll work on skirmish next time, then build up infantry, then cavalry. Which may be backward, but you could say we may not have the best morale and defense, but we're tenacious on the offensive. And we'll be on the offensive soon. Also, I should up the majesty. It'll up the court size, prestige, and piety. There's always more room, which now can hold up to 59 people in this court. And also, if I wanted more domain control, if I wanted to have better income and a number of levies, which is something I've been lacking of, I thought about taking Mudar for myself one day, if the Duke is acting, a bit unruly. Doesn't say. Nothing against. Got one for Babylonia. And you want to assassinate me? What? Look, good man. Drink some wine. Maybe that'll get you to change your mind. Okay, look. You and I, let's just have a talk right now. Meet us in the Baghdad Garden. Which, of course, you know where it is. Just take me to it. Because I'm just going to have to try to get your higher opinion on me. Just don't want you to kill me because, look, I'm a changed man. I'm a good man. Anyways. Prince CK2 of Assyria, former king of Babylonia, has accepted my invitation to meet at the seclusion of the vineyard of the Baghdad Garden. After some time talking, we will know each other a little better. Parent didn't seduce him, it's because he's homosexual as well. At least he has children of his own. He was impressed with the conversation. Okay, he has neutral opinion now. How now? Okay. If that don't work, then minor title. So yeah, you can be the guy who can organize the feast, domestic entertainment, all that. One would think that I would try to sway him. But I think I know what to do. Just wait a few days. Soon, Bishop of Mokli arrived in Travunia. The High Chief ordered his imprisonment. My court chaplain is now languishing in the dungeons of this pagan lord. Who can tell what the savages would do to him? Vile heathens. Oh, I should have known he's zealous. It's more than likely to jail him. And we fear that he may. Well, it's not time for a sacrifice. It has been 10 years for him. But who knows what they'll do to him? Well, give me another guy, a holy man. I don't want to send another bishop out there. Israel of Mohammed. Would you look at that? A genius. Also, I remember I've read something. For being the owner of the great library, when you hire a holy man such as him, you are more than likely to get a holy man who will have a scholar or a erudite or even perhaps genius traits. So, yeah, you are going to be the new court chaplain. I'm going to send you to another pagan realm because the good word must be spread. So let's try Duchy of next, which is held by High Chief this. I said Duchy out of habit. Again, we wait for the claim to be fabricated, then that means green light. Matter of fact, get the position there in anticipation for a possible conflict. So that way we can catch up with the pet stuff. What's going on over there? Oh, they got him too. And I thought she would be the reasonable one. Not it. Okay, give me another try. Man, these are some bad holy men around here, trait-wise. Anyways, oh hey, welcome back. I guess they've released you. Is that right? So I guess they didn't do you any harm. Unless I'm thinking of another guy named that, so... Okay, let me look at the map in a moment. Look, which one's got a decent shot? And I doubt you wouldn't want to convert these guys. Hell. Strong. I don't know if we try them yet. Like Lithuania, I would love to see Russian Nestorians. And we would definitely help them out in conflicts. And they can help each other out. Who runs Karachev? It's a decent size. Okay, try Karachev before Novgorod. And also, I'm gonna have to... Where is it? Feast. That'll make the best. I mean, I hope my brother is invited. So we can give him positivity. Positive opinion. While I was busy preparing lunch for my feast, a troop of wandering jongleurs arrived at the castle. They looked a bit ragged, but their performance entertained the whole castle. Perhaps I should think about them offering my patronage. It will be perfect entertainment for the feast. Nope, Karachev is an evil person. Karachev, that's the name of the country, not a man. Izislav, that's his name. As I said before, evil man. No demon worshipper. Yeah, he worships Chernobog. Okay, last chance. Enosh. By Novgorod. I don't know why sending it to a small realm such as this would do any good, honestly. Everybody was talking about the musicians. I finally had some time from the preparations for my feast so I could see with my own eyes and hear them with my own ears what people was talking about. The musicians were good and they were looking for a patron. Well, that'll be my patronage. Ivory Hunter's Lodge in Nisbet's finally done. Alright. Cannot wait. The economy will be booming. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, and duck, spices, wine, and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. I'll spend it lavishly on food. I mean, I'm not temperate yet, right? No, not temperate. Wait, it's alright. If I eat too much, gluttonous-wise, then, it'll be fine. Okay, 2 people are not invited. Just 2. Not that big of a deal. The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked lovelier. Welcome to my feast. The musicians played and my guests danced, and I made certain I danced with several different persons, and I think we all had great fun. One more dance. And the Duchess of Samara improves of the musicians. Guess not to Novgorod, and he's also the king of Finland, is Sviatopolk, the Just. Which, is he that just? I was about to say, it's out of irony, isn't it? Like my granddaddy. So, okay, we'll stop sending missionaries. Let me just hire one more holy man. And, okay, for some reason that doubles it. I thought they fixed that, but regardless. started talking to one of my guests at the feast and found it most interesting. Hours flew by, wine bottles were emptied, other guests excused themselves and went to bed, where we kept talking till the wee hours. I haven't met a more fascinating person. The Baron of Salmas. Last the guests returned home and everyone agreed it was this year's greatest feast. Now will you stop threatening to kill me? Okay, you got me. Here's some money. I was reluctant to be doing such things. You're not going to let this go, are you? Well, in that case, then I'll have to convince the people who are in on it to drop it. Just a minute. There it is. Dare not refuse. Say, we had a good time together. In the feast, so you could say, oh look, Ezekiel ain't that bad at all. I mean, he's a pious Christian. Oh, I forgot to build a church. Looking for land if there's room for a church. Erbil's got plenty of room, so we'll build one here. And we'll send a steward to build it faster. Originally, it's going to be done on August 17th, 876. Now it's July 30th of 875, so... Wow, just a few months. Also, thank you. That'll lessen the chances of me getting assassinated by my brother. In which, if he becomes Kinslayer, then he's going to be excommunicated and he'll end up like Abraham. Go be a bishop of something. No, wait, since he lives there, he's going to be working, you know, as a monk under, you know, under this man. Who isn't long for this world. But man, he carries a lot of broken weapons. Some of which, you know... I mean, this is all Yaya stuff. I guess he was a military tutor for the Patriarch of the East, yeah. So it's like, here are all the broken swords. and I'm sure he's like, huh, what to do with those? So, they're not activated, because he's not fighter's guild. Anyways, there are many mysteries in the Nestorian faith. It might be interesting to spend some time delving into the old texts of the Bible. I will dedicate more time to reading the scriptures. So in a few months, the church in Erbil will be done. Yeah, I forgot to build a church. I was beginning to wonder. It's like, are they going to give me a mission? I totally forgot. I don't want to spend too big. Or even our eastern allies, the Sogdians, where every once in a while, particularly when they're in the defensive war, I will only send them financial aid. Not another military intervention. I'll give you struggle. Oh yeah, Miriam. Since you're brawny, and that kind of reminds me, that idolized thing, that means she can't be frail, so that's good. She could either be zealous or erudite. And on the other hand, she could either be gregarious or deceitful. She's got a future ahead of her. I can tell you that. Oh, I need to look at her learning skill. I know that's just out of my own curiosity. Unless she becomes erudite and surprises me. In the past few months, I've been spending many nights reading the Bible. The texts contain many items of wisdom and also give hints to the most important mysteries of God. These sacred texts illuminate me. I can usurp. Satrapy of Fars. Oh, wow! You actually got it. Honestly, I did not want to hold that area, because that's outside of Assyrian interest. Yeah, let me go take care of it right now. Yes, this is going to lead to a war, but I need to sort out those lands. Even possibly give, I don't know, Satrapia Fars independence, because I don't want to hold that territory. I mean, I don't mind Arabia, but not that way. Oh, I got her. I don't think it means I can revoke her titles. I mean, all the vassals like me, right? Except for my brother, obviously. It'll be fine. I'll revoke her title. I was about to say, just sort out all these lands, and then I will deal with the rest. Come on, speed it up. Is that all you got? Okay. Now we'll take the Satrapy of Fars, which unfortunately these Zoroastrian realms will be split, endangering, Zoroastrian now. And this is for, second time, and that's that, right? So this may sound odd, but as I say, I'm going to give you independence. As I do not want, those areas to be governed at my behest. Oh yeah, hold too many duchies. I gotta do something about that too. I was about to say I ought to give it to somebody else, huh? I was about to say, who's the heir of which counties? Okay, there's that. Yeah, he can hold, these other areas. Say Artijan as well. Artijan. Al-Hassel. Okay. I know executing her is probably gonna, well, make the vassals more mad than they should. Storna you'll be at. And I want to know the first thing that happens. So I can sort out these lands. As I said, I don't want Persia. My mind is on the west. Sounds controversial the way I have it planned, but not saying I'm feeling sympathetic for Zoroastrians. It's just, it's none of my interest, really. And plus, it's to prevent my vassals from getting a bit too powerful, which would make civil wars more likely. Speaking of that. Oh, church. We're pleased to hear that you have completed a new construction in the new temple of Avajik. It should go a long way to spread the word of God, even ever further. Signed, Megos Schemos So. All in the name of God. Same name as my brother. How about that? I was about to say, I have a patron saint, do I? Yes. Just making sure. As I said, I want to know the first thing that happens. My wish to become a better Christian led me to the rule of Saint Abraham. Following the footsteps of Saint Abraham, I have realized the value of kindness. Every day of compassion brings us closer to a purer, gentler, and holier world. Praise be God. I'm kind. That'll make some thousands a bit happy. What happened to you? Do you hold a grudge with somebody, or you Fighters Guild? Wouldn't make sense. But I guess they must have had a bounty on his head. Somebody must have hated him for his greed. And if he dies, then Talmud comes. Work has become boring, and the hours of the day drag on. Diligence may be a virtue, but it's exhausting. Now you can't kill me. Oh, forgot about that. Now that the church is finished, get back to collecting taxes. It's a bit far off. One day as I'm sitting with my daughter Marty, which by the way, it's short for Martha, I decide that I should show her an excerpt from the Rule of St. Abraham in hopes of teaching her the way of God. She is very attentive, and I'm sure she'll grow up to join me in the community of St. Abraham. She's an excellent student. Okay. 2 and 2 upon learning and stewardship. Almost there. Matter of fact, in the next month, I get to be promoted. Bingo. I will be a Stravoboros, which means I can teach virtues to my people, particularly my children. Oh, I guess the old one died, huh? Oh, the Zoroastrians are defending their land against the Meovites. Which, she has an affected wound. Ardent defender. Mountaineer. Is she a member of the Order of St. Anthony? That's a Meovite. Holy Order that she's a member of. Apparently, their Grand Master allows women like her to join, I assume. Or is it just because she's a female ruler, and if you're of the ruling class, like if you're Count, Duke, whatever, King, Queen, all that, guess you could join as a female. But she has a lot of good virtues, and I'm sure she'll... No, piety's not high enough that she would be qualified for sainthood on their end. Camp fever's broken out. All the more reasons of why I should break up that piece of land there. And if Zoroastrians were to retake those areas, fine by me. Originally, I had plans to possibly make those areas a tributary state, just like what Anatolia has been doing to them. Whoa, King of Georgia died of assassination. Now Zumbat II, King of Georgia, who's married to my sister Talia. Sturdy and fat since then, but then again, it's all these children in that. Yeah, Georgia is becoming a a bit of a powerful kingdom. At least, it's what it says on paper. Again, just saving a bit of money. Oh, cancer got the best of you. Well, we could try again. Zaya the Lame, the club-footed guy. Now it's going to take a while longer, unless I'm going to get desperate. Theoretical. How much is it going to cost me to start a border dispute in piety? Well, not that much, but it's going to cost you a lot of gold. But you know what? Raise up to 3,000 gold, and then we'll start it. Having invested myself in this literary endeavor, I've been feeling drained lately. When my scribes ask me what the next section of the book should be about, I throw my hands out of the air. How should I know? You cannot rush these things. I need inspiration. I get to do this again. I could probably ask Abia for some kind of draw. There's a few monasteries close by where lay members of the community of St. Abraham frequently convene. As such, it is expected that I every so often attend these meetings, and I spend a fair amount of time at these monasteries to get in touch with the monastic foundations of the order. Such a period is about to start. I will fulfill my duties as I expected. Don't mind me vomiting. I just drank something that Drada gave me. When is her birthday? This coming October, and she is zealous. Alright. The Order and God cares much for the souls of our members. As such, we'd like to advise you to go on a pilgrimage since you have not yet done so. Very well, I will do that. Go on a pilgrimage. Knowing that one day Ezekiel may become a saint long after his death, I will seek out a saintly burial site. All better? Hurry up and die already. There have been many inspirational saints, and it is difficult to come to agreement about where to go. But my advisors finally narrowed down to a couple of potential options. All four of them are good choices. When it comes to finally making a decision, I feel there's one more fitting than the rest. Gee. Hey, St. Augustine is my patron saint. St. Augustine is well known for his importance to the Christian faith, so I shall go visit his tomb, wherever it is. Look, I've read a bit about St. Augustine, and I think I forgot where did he die. I forgot where he resided. I knew that early in his life he was formerly a Manichaean. I have now been at the monastery for a few days, surrounded by the others who share my passion for God, and yet I still find I miss having a friend. Rasoforos Adu and myself seem to be getting along quite well, though perhaps this could blossom into a true friendship if we did something together. I'm sure he would greatly enjoy discussing the intricacies of managing a realm, because of his education. His stewardship education. What? The journey to the ancient city of Hippo. That's where he was from. St. Augustine of Hippo. I should have known. Has been planned for a while. A traveler has to be prepared for what you might meet in the exotic lands of Africa. I'm excited to finally be on my way to find my destiny as I search for the final burial place of St. Augustine. I was about to say, Hippo's somewhere in Libya, right? I was about to say, yeah, there was an old name, unless they've changed it. You know, did a, foreign rule and all that. Just looking for the name, or anything else. Finally. My God, Ezekiel, you don't know where Hippo is. It's in Africa. It's somewhere in Libya, I think. Libya or Tunisia. But nonetheless, an exciting journey begins. Let me have a drink. Adele truly enjoyed my suggestion. We've become close friends. We regularly seek each other out during our free time, and I'm starting to notice it affects my focus on monastic duties. Let's focus on my duties. It is why I'm here after all. I've come across another group of pilgrims, also traveling to seek for the blessing of St. Augustine. Traveling together could be beneficial and safer, though somewhat slower. Gain one marshal. Well, I'm a bit concerned about my vassals, which I'm sure they'll get over soon as I sort this out with the Dutch. A proper pilgrim travels alone. Still gregarious and got my +1 marshal. Gained 1 marshal, not a plus. There have been new sights to behold every day. As I travel to Africa, by my own estimates, should be halfway to Hippo. I'm not used to long hikes like this, but it's been a nice change of pace. I wonder what awaits me in Hippo. I've come across a group of caravans filled with laughter and join a group of traveling entertainers. As day turns to the night, I enjoy the company of the group. A particularly beautiful woman is teasing me and invites me to stay in till the night. Oh no. Don't even think about it. What kind of man do you think I am? I'm a member of the monastic societies, and plus I have a vow of celibacy. I'll be chaste. I don't feel comfortable touching other human beings. I've gained a chaste trait. All of a sudden, I find myself in Hippo before I know it. It's been a long journey through the wilds, and to once more see people is nice. As I walk through the city streets, I compare it to my homeland and wonder how the people have adjusted to these exotic lands. I should find my way to the burial site of St. Augustine as quickly as possible. That is what I'm here for after all. Wonder what the grave will look like. Once I come back, we'll start the war. It takes me a good while until I finally manage to find the chapel I was looking for. As I enter, I could truly feel the presence of St. Augustine lingering in that place. I spent several minutes praying until finally a priest appears. I am taken aback when he explains to me that St. Augustine was in fact moved away from the chapel several centuries ago. That explains the lack of other pilgrims. What a journey it has been. Ah! They call her the Frog. Maybe it's because of the scars. Alright. Miriam is a tough soldier. She's brawny, zealous, and deceitful. It's too bad she doesn't have the learning skill, because I would have loved to send her to that Chinese academy. But I don't think so. She doesn't have the learning skill for that. I believe you have to have the learning skill for this character to go up to 5 and above if you wish to send them to a university, or in this case, the playthrough for now, Chinese academy. That would be how high almana. Handing out the alms is an integral part of rulership and religious observance. One responsible for this task is a very important personage. She's going to be a strong ruler for Assyria one day, especially when she gets the hands on her weapons and armor. But don't want any marriage suggestions just yet. It's a little too early to be thinking about such things. Just let me return to from my pilgrimage. Although the great conversion of Galicia was a success, my work to help Khan Yevstav's savage people turned him into proper Nestorian converts is not done yet. I was about to say, you still have these Slavic pagans in your room? Yeah, you got a few Orthodox, but there's this one stubborn pagan over there. I shall send up more priests. Send a missionary force to Glesavonia in order to proselytize the realm's remaining pagan provinces. Because I'm saving my money for the border dispute war with what's left of the Kingdom of Syria. King Ezekiel of Syria, I was glad for your arrival of your missionaries. The sooner all of Glesavonia becomes an Nestorian, the better for everyone. Indeed. So, here's a little bit of money. It's been a long journey, but I finally start recognizing my homeland once more. The woods, the streets, and the people are all familiar. The desert sand and all that. The big library, and I start smelling myself. It's nice to be home. Just one more street, and I am there. We are pleased to hear you have safely returned from your pilgrimage, and trust that it's been an inspiring experience for you. Praise God! Yeah, right. War's about to happen. Can't be doing that now. Yeah, you're a lunatic right now. Or you've already been. Alright. In my quest to live like St. Abraham, I've avoided indulgences and impulsive actions. Each time I've been tested, my self-control has grown, and now I resist most desires with ease that I've never experienced previously. Praise be God. Get ready for January of next year. There we are. Okay, one last act before we'll start. Since my daughter can't, go to the university, well, we can hire, well, not hire, but we'll have to invite a tutor. So, who is the best? Not necessarily of Moscow, just, I'm looking for good traits. That is willing to join the court. Opinionated. Let me see. I'm not looking for commanders, I'm looking for, well, just about anyone. Who has good traits? Abdul Latif, him. Get him over here. He'll be the military tutor for Assyria, and he's going to be tutoring my daughter. Hopefully learn a bit more. But again, her learning skill is 1. That means, in other words, it's like, yeah, she has great martial skill, has a good military training, but in other words, she's pretty, book dumb. If that is an appropriate term. I don't want to say dumb or anything, that's degrading. Just say book dumb. They'll get it. With our allies, the County of Alexandria. Oh yeah, these guys are no pushovers, so we will raise an entire force. My vassal document. No. Tripoli is the place to be. And don't bring the Sogdians over here, because, weak ally. And they've been through enough. So I'll send them in immediately, and I will be on the front, ready to go back to that again. And if I get killed, it'll be fine. It'll be alright. Not afraid of death. Oh, and one more thing. Let me... Is it not yet? Ah. Excuse me. Let me teach you a virtue, young one. So I notice how Princess Miriam sometimes struggles with doing the right thing. I could change that by teaching her one of my many virtues. Princess Miriam is listening to me carefully as I explain her how to be more virtuous. She seems to have come out of the discussion a better woman. Excellent. So, she is now kind. Not the best, but I'm sure she'll lose her kindness once, reality sets in. Now I shall lead. You shall be... Oh, wait, you have to do this through this screen. Here. Abdul Latif, you are now the military tutor. Oh, son of a... Yeah, she's way too... If only she had a diligent trait or something else. But don't worry, in time, she'll learn something, a thing or two. Anyways, on with the war. Well, at least Abdul Latif could teach other people in this court by the means of war. A new bird has arrived in the news, in the muse, and a new book on the art of writing poetry is in the library. I should start reading a book. The poetry book is really inspiring. I could feel the creativity bursting through my body. Give me a quill. I'm an aspiring poet. We'll have to split our armies up. One on this front and the other to support him on the siege, which, again, this will be a very easy war. Just this one step, then we finally have access to the Mediterranean. You're gonna have to catch up. Okay. My modest attempt to write poetry was never meant to be published anyway, but wherever I go, bards and minstrels have been reciting or singing my poems. Fame and fortune awaits. Yeah, I like to write and declaim poetry. Yeah, for once Ezekiel is a poet. Okay, split them up. One this way, and the other to this front. No need for mercenaries nor allies. We'll be fine. Plus, they're all over there, so it's alright. You can stop now. Hurry up and die, will ya? Don't make me execute you. Don't want to do that. Daphneans. Daphneans is a collection of short poems by the poet and historian Agathias. that treat of the themes of love and romance in 9 books. More diplomacy. If I have one more diplomacy book, then here you go, +2. I'm a very cultured person, as you can see with the technology point growth. I just received news that Khan Yevstali, the wise pagan ruler, petitioned me to help the converted realm, has died. I can only hope that his successor be as enlightened as he was. Khan gives that he walks with God now. Ah, he was greedy. He would have been blessed and maybe a saint in his region, but it was not to be. But now his only son will lead. And if, but he's vulnerable. But he's going for learning. All the luck is behind him now. He's hired, does quests of 1 year. Good on him. The Order of Saint Ade is assisting them. Assyrian Grand Master. Glad. So we don't have to intervene up there. They can handle it. And philosophy now spreads into the Duke of Thrace and Alexandria areas. Huh. So Chant philosophy has now even reached Constantinople. All these Eastern philosophies spreading. And I'm surprised the spread of Aristotelianism hasn't come to Assyria, Nineveh areas yet. Get ready to engage. Again, I'm not up there. Needs more money. Maybe after this war we should spend it on... I'm slowly drifting away from the philosophical ideas I claim to follow. Platonic philosophy seems a lot closer to me with its mystical, social, and societal ideas. Actually, no. I like being Aristotelian, but I can make this work. Don't you worry. Let's fight against the Alexandrians. For the control of Lepa. For a long while now, I've not felt the presence of God in my thoughts. I'm starting to wonder if there is really any truth in the Bible, or perhaps it's just an old book written by clever liars. Perish these blasphemous thoughts. Now I no longer have sympathy for, Buddhists like her. Because I stopped caring about the Sogdians over there because of the distance. Finally, she's dead. Alright. Alright, let's sort out these lands here. He can have the Duchy of Fars. And there's already the Duchy of Nafur out there. These two are married. Yeah, let's screw this up. He gets all the Duchy of Khuzestan. Wow. Basras, be back to you. And also you'll be granted independence, in which I've stated before I have no desire in holding those lands. If you get yourselves in trouble, there's the Order of Saint Ade for that. So the vassals should view me a bit more positive now. Just for a while. Everyone will get over it in a few years. You got some prisoners. War's over. Now I get to create the Duchy of Tripoli. Which I'm sure somebody's gonna have to hold that area. Not you. Because I do not want to create a merchant republic. We have the Silk Road. We don't need a merchant republic vassal. Just like I did with Bosnia back then. I mean, a merchant republic out there is sound, but if I wanted to create a merchant republic vassal, I would rather hold Cyprus and create it from there. That's only when we become an empire one day. Not this early. So, maybe I should give it to one of my commanders for their distinguished service. Oh gee, yeah, you're really old. Not that many people in this court. Oh yeah, I remember you. Well, with that education, does that mean it'll be a theocracy? No, because they already hold that area. Plus, those pagans publicly humiliated you. Sorry about that. Here's the Duchy of Tripoli. And get yourself a woman to marry. Maybe one day our children will marry of your kind if you have a genius among you. One day we'll fight against the Anatolians. Even though we're a bit under stripes, but we'll be fine, as I've stated before. The Order of Saint Ade now allows women in the Order. Hey, I thought about you. Also, good girl. Rejecting seduction attempts. If they remain, like if I die and then she joins, I thought about, well, she should join a holy order. Because, you know, we know what future conflicts may be. Madarian claim on Tel Bashir, which we weakened that area. Turn to your posts. Make a few exceptions. Do you want your wife back? Yeah, you are out of your element. It'll be fine. He loves me 100%. Whoa. Camp fever coming up. Missing a more comforting expects of fate. Should spend that on a hospital improvement. I was thinking about adding stage 3 for both the library and, but that can wait. You want me to build another church? Jeez. I mean, the only place I could think of would be there. Not Sinjar. Well, maybe Sinjar. Preserver of Poetry. Oh, I'll pay whatever it takes to correct this. Yeah, we're spending quite a bit of money here. I guess we'll try to see the realm prosper as we will try to live in peace. Alright, now we're close friends. How many friends do I have? 4, including my daughter. No need for that. Notification, I mean. Left it on. After that old bag of bones died. And speaking of old bag of bones, so the Patriarch of the East has died of pneumonia. Combination of infirm and pneumonia. Yeah, never gonna decide on. Spentheon the Fourth, who is strong, but also arbitrary, kind of deceitful, unfortunately. Again, they do open elective, unknown successor, but they tended to be Levantines. Huh. Abdul Hamid, that was his birth name. Seems Pentheon is a worthy name for Patriarch of the East. Especially the Axis II one, who, you know, kind of facilitated the Assyrian-Babylonian split, which we have since reunited and it will never break up again. Next year, we'll change that noble law back to balanced. We could fight a de jure claim war next time. Just wondering. Samos. Aleppo. That's the name of that duchy, right? Yeah, Aleppo. Is there any claimants for Duchy of Aleppo? No men, unfortunately, for wishing to, you know, land. But boy, they give him all these duchies. As if he's the golden goose of this outfit. Oh, he's got that also. The Giant of Crete. Who's Paulician. Disease is here, isn't it? So it leads them to a certain conclusion that I have the flu. Oh, okay. I would like to receive unction. May never know. Made me drink salty water to induce vomiting. Vomiting again. Remember, he said it's the flu. So don't get, you know. If I die, then it's not a terrible loss. Just think of it as a gain. Knowing that Ezekiel went to the path of righteousness, he's a better Christian, and he's a living saint of sorts amongst people. Okay. Contracted the flu. Just normal. As long as you know what you're doing. Bishop Abiah entered my chambers. He was followed by an air most foul. The stench seemed to originate from the jar in his hands. A mixture of cow's dung and herbs from my poultice. Master, when Abiah proceeded to smear it on my chest, I almost retched. Again with the vomiting, but I'm better. I will be. Okay. Married to an airlift Persian woman. Whatever your choice of lady is, it's your business. I ain't gonna stop you. Ha! Holy wars. Yeah, they're gonna gang up on him. Okay, I'll seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Give me a moment. I gained a newfound respect for the hermits of old. My time spent fasting and praying in seclusion has done me good. God has helped me strengthen my mind. I resolve to be a better man. Oh boy, Zoroastrian's up there too? Okay. Nothing wrong with a little interreligious marriage. Maybe we should send a missionary to some of these areas. Bohemia was Catholic, but I guess they were overthrown. They've imprisoned him. Hey, welcome back. Well, we could try Bulgaria again. I doubt he's gonna want that because he's in the middle of a war. Theodosia. I was about to say, she's in prison, right? Ooh. Apparently, took her to a local monastery. Despite the fact that she's in a dungeon. What on us? What's the matter with you? Okay, he's made it to Tornovo. God save the Bulgarians. Let them convert to Nestorians so that way there can be a strong Nestorian presence in the Balkans. Please. Help those people. You are their only hope. But as I said, I'm just hesitant about building the other two stages for the garden and library. I still have a clue, do I? Okay, why does it take it so long? Well, I guess you can have the Duchy of Edessa. Because, unlike my other brother, you ain't all that dumb. Plus you're a member of the Trade League, so... Ooh, you're an architect. Well, damn, I wish I had that trait. If I was building another wonder. Here you go. See? We're good now. Oh yeah, change that law back to balanced. Because, you know, the minimum max levy, well, we need to balance it. Because, you know, increase the levy size a bit more. Once this area becomes Zoroastrian territory, we're going to move in and make them tributary states, or even places like up there. Yeah, that's going to be highly likely. Because, you know, we want to be like Anatolia, trying to expand our sphere of influence. Well, so am I. It's like we got this rivalry going on, which, again, the Assyrian-Anatolian Wars will begin again. But is there any territory that's worth taking? But unfortunately, these are just going to be border dispute wars. Sure. Jeez. Let me have a look at these plots. Brother, you've been good to me. Stop that. You too. For God's sakes, not my daughter. Yeah, Syria is screwed. Look at all that money. Plans change, pal. We're gonna do it. Oh my goodness. How much is the library to build? Okay, this one's better, so. Again, this will take 24 years and 8 months, so. 904. 905. So we're building up the third stage. And I'll figure out what else can we put. Most likely just complete those two other book collections. So library it is. Oh boy. Another reformed effort. Oh my goodness. They're still tribal, but they're still powerful. I'm sure in 2 centuries we would be start looking at them as a legitimate threat. One day. But I think that the tributary for the Zoroastrians can wait. Because I'm seriously considering about starting a war against the Anatolians, which interestingly, oh no, that's for a mere Poran of Damita. Tributary state, that too. But here's one thing about these tributary states, Well, the tributary can call suzerain into wars, but they don't, help Anatolia. Anatolia helps them. That's how it works. The Court Chaplain is still in Bulgaria. And I don't see anyone who's converted to Nestorian yet, so I don't like how it's going. So we'll save that money to start a border dispute war. I guess we'll have to start working on Aleppo now. We'll have to ignore Jerusalem. Aleppo is the main priority. Again, I will do it in the next episode. I just want to see how much it costs. Gains County of Aleppo. Okay, the most likely target in the area of the border dispute war is Aleppo itself. So that's going to be for the next episode. That the Assyrian-Anatolian wars are back on again, and we hope that Bulgaria converts to Nestorian, and we hope the very best for Glesian Voynia, which man's all grown up now, but he's defending against Karachev. You can hire these guys if you got the money. Well, actually, piety. That's what he needs. He needs piety, but he's got the learning skill. And like the Sogdians, I may give him financial aid. And we only have 18 ships, so if we were to send them, of course, we would have to make many trips if we wish to intervene to that area. Which won't happen. So this part of the Tripoli is going to be the only part of that coastline. And then eventually, grab a Tortosa. The next time. In 3 years, we'll grab it, and we'll have more ships. Then we can definitely help out those fellow guys up there, our fellow Nestorian brothers up there. So we'll see you next time on the next episode of Assyria. Things are looking up now. And until then, so long for now.